Assalamu alaikum students. So our today's topic is writing equations of ellipses. Okay, first of all, let's rewrite the standard form of equation of an ellipse at center HK. So if it's an horizontal ellipse, meaning if it's it looks like this. When the major axis is a horizontal line, then it is x minus h whole squared over a squared k whole squared over b squared equals to 1. And when it's a vertical ellipse, it looks like this. The major axis is on vertical axis, so it says x minus h whole squared over b squared plus y minus k whole squared over a squared equals to the 1. Okay, now there are a few characteristics of ellipses we need to know, where a is the distance from the center to the vertices. Vertices are on the major axis. Okay, so a is the distance from the center to the vertex, not the distance between the two vertices. Okay, so if this is the center, this is the major vertex, then this distance is a. Okay, this distance is from the center to the vertex is a, and from the center to the co-vertices on the minor axis is b. From the center to the co-vertex is b. B is the distance from the center to the co-vertices. If you are given with the two co-vertices, find the distance between the co-vertices and then divide by 2 to get b. Okay, to find c, which is the distance from the center to the foci, use the formula c squared equals a squared minus b squared. As we know, foci is always on the major axis. Okay, it's on the major axis. Directions. Write an equation for each ellipse, then identify all characteristics. So this is set 1. So it's a horizontal ellipse because the longer side is the major axis, and it's the horizontal line which is the longer one. So we know it's an horizontal. The equation will be this one. First, find out the center. So I guess this is the center. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6. Yes, this is the center. These are the co-vertex on the axis of symmetry. These are the vertex. I'm writing C and V for the co-vertex. And focus will also be on the major axis. Okay. So let's find out the center first, which is -1 and 1, 2. Okay, so my equation will be, let's not write the equation right now. Okay, vertices. The coordinates of the vertices are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 and 2. 6 and 2, and the other one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. -8 and 2. One thing we have to know that if y coordinate remains same, then means those coordinates are on the x-axis. If x coordinates are same, this means those 2 points are on the y-axis. So let's find out the co-vertices. So the co-vertices are -1 and co-vertices are -1 and -1. Other one is -1 and 5. So if the x coordinates are same and y coordinates are different, this means it's a y-axis. If y coordinates are same and x coordinates are different, this means it's on x-axis, because x is changing, means it's on the x-axis. Y is changing, so it's on axis. This is how you will identify. Okay, now foci. To find foci, you have to use the formula a squared minus b squared. First, find out what is a. A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I know a is 7. Let's write the equation. X minus a, it's a horizontal, so a has to be under, which is 49, 7 squared, plus 1, 2, 3. 3 squared is 9. So x plus 1 whole squared plus y minus 2 whole squared equals to, how did I get 49? 49, this is 7, so 7 squared comes here. This is 3, so 9 comes here. To find foci, I know my c squared is equal to, first find out c. So to find out c, I know c squared equals a squared minus b squared. So a squared is 49 minus b squared, which is 40 square root of 40, which is, let's find out square root of 40. Okay, now our c is from the center to the foci on the major axis. Okay, let's find the coordinates of foci. So they will be on the major axis somewhere here. Okay, so from here, square root of 40, from here, this is what, this point is on x-axis -1. -1 plus square root 40, -1 minus square root 40. So when I do -1 plus square root of 40, I get, it comes here. Okay, this coordinate is -1. I'm adding on the x-axis only. So I get here, which is 5.3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, somewhere here. Yeah, this is one foci, and the other one is -1 minus square root 40. 1, 2, 3, it comes 7, -7.3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so it is, this one is 5.3 and 2, and this one is -7.3 and 2. Okay, so the same you have to do here. First, it's a vertical, so a is going to be under y. Find the center, then find the vertices, the co-vertices, then c, and then add those c on the y-axis, because c will be on the major axis, which is the y-axis, only on the y coordinate. Now set 2. Set 2, when you have to determine the equation of the ellipse when given characteristic, not given graph, when you're given with some characteristics. So find the center using the midpoint formula with the vertices, co-vertices of foci. As we know, the center is the midpoint of vertices, co-vertices, and foci. So you can find the center by using the midpoint formula. For all these, use any one to find the center. Once you know the center, you can start the equation, the top part of the equation. Use the vertices to find A. Use co-vertices to find B. Now what are we going to do is, we are going to use the distance formula, because the vertices, the distance between the two vertices is 2a, so you can divide by 2, and the distance between the two co-vertices is 2b. Okay, because from the center to the co-vertex is b. Once you get the distance between these two, then divide by 2 to get b. And if the foci is given, use the formula this to find the missing part. If the foci are given, you will be given one of the vertices or the co-vertices. Find the other. Determine the direction of the ellipse to write the equation. How do you determine the direction of the ellipse? Is it horizontal or vertical? Okay, so I told you, if x coordinate changes, then it's on the x-axis. If the y coordinates are changing of the vertices, then it's on the vertical line. So vertices meaning it's telling you the major axes. Now I can see y coordinate stays same, x coordinate changes, so means it is a horizontal ellipse. Length of the minor axis is 10, so b is 5. P is the distance from the center, and it tells you between both the two. Okay, so let's write the equation. First find the center. To find the center, use the midpoint formula for the vertices, okay, or for the co-vertices. So it will be, the midpoint formula is x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So 5 minus 19 divided by 2, and negative 2 minus 2 divided by 2. It gives you 14 divided by 2 is negative 7, and negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. This is our center. Okay. Once I know the center, I need 3 things. I need center for the equation, I need A, and I need B. Okay, for my equation. Now I know the center. This is center because it's the midpoint of the vertices. I need to find, I know A, B, which is 5. I need to find A. Now there are 2 things. Find the distance between the 2 vertices and then divide by 2, or find the distance between one of the vertex and the center. Depends on you. I can easily find out the length of my major axis. It's because it's changing from 5 to negative 19. So negative 19, it changed from negative 19, it went up to 5. It is 24 units. 24 units divided by 2 is 12. So A equals 12, B equals 5. You can use distance formula of the vertex and then divide by 2. Okay? Then let's write the equation. X plus 7 whole square, it's horizontal, so 12 squared comes under here, which is 144, plus y minus k, which is plus 2. This is the center, over b, which is 5. This is my final equation of an ellipse is. The same co-vertices are given. Okay, so y stays same and x changes. This means co-vertices are on the horizontal line. If co-vertices are on the horizontal line, then the vertex are on the vertical line. This means it is a vertical ellipse. Okay, length of the major axis is 28, means 2a equals 28. So A equals 14, which is on the vertical ellipse. Find the center using the midpoint formula. Okay, then find the distance of the co-vertex. I can see it changed from negative 3, it went up to 9, 12 units it moved up. So 12 divided by 2 is 2b is 12, so b is equals to 6. Find the center, find the equation. Make sure you write a under y because it's a vertical ellipse. Okay, now question number 6. Vertices are given, co-vertices are given. Find the center from the vertex or from the co-vertices. Use the midpoint formula. Then find the distance between these two. A is what? Y-axis stays the same. Y-coordinate stays the same. X-axis change. X-coordinate changes. This means it's a horizontal ellipse. And how much it changed? It went up from -6 to 12, meaning it moved 18 units. 2a equals 18, so a equals 9, and it's a horizontal ellipse. The distance between them, -7, it went to -11, meaning it went down to 4 units. 4 units divided by 2b equals 4, so b equals 2. We know these two. Find the midpoint center by using either this or this. Find the center, write the equation. Let's do when we are given with the word foci. When the foci are given, if the foci is given, use the formula this to find the missing part. Okay, now I know the center. I can find the center by using my midpoint formula. x1 plus x2 divide by 2 gives me 5 plus 5 divide by 2. And 11 minus 15 divide by 2 gives me 10 divide by 2 is 5. And -4 divide by 2 is -2. This is my center. Okay, the length of the vertex, it is it's on the vertical axis, xy axis, so it is a vertical ellipse. Okay, find a. 2a equals, it moved from -15, it went up to 11, which is 26 units. Okay, 26 units. So a equals 13, and it will be a vertical ellipse. I know a. Now foci is given. I don't know b. Now to find b, I need to find c first. The distance between the two foci is 2c. Let's find out the distance. The distance between these two is, you subtract, right? 10 minus -14 gives me 24. That's how you find the distance, right? 11 minus -15 gives you 26. So 10 minus, because it stays the same, so let's find just this distance. 10 minus -14 gives you 24. 2c equals 24, or c equals 12. You can also use distance formula, x2 minus x1 whole squared plus y2 minus y1 whole squared to find the distance between these two. It's going to be the same. C is 12. Once I know this c, this is x1, x2, y1, y2. x1, y1, x2, y2. Plug it in and you'll find the distance. Either you use this formula to find distance, or you straight away subtract these y coordinate and find the distance. It's going to end up the same thing. Once I know c, I can find b, because I know c squared equals a squared minus b squared. C squared is 144, which is equals to 169 minus b squared, and my b squared is equals to 25, so my b is 5. Now my equation will be, the center is this, it's on the vertical ellipse, it's a vertical ellipse. It's gonna be x minus 5 whole squared over b comes under a, okay, so 25 under x, plus y minus -2 makes it positive, a comes under this, and a is 13, so 13 squared is 169 equals to 1. Don't forget to write equals to 1 in the end. This is my final equation of ellipse. I hope you understand the concept. Assalamu alaikum.